The Proclamation of the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus came down with the 12 and stood on a stretch of level ground with a great crowd of his disciples and a large number of the people from all Judea and Jerusalem and the coastal region of Tyre and Sidon. And raising his eyes toward his disciples, he said, "Blessed are you who are poor, for the kingdom of God is yours. Blessed are you who are now hungry, for you will be satisfied. Blessed are you who are now weeping, for you will laugh. Blessed are you when people hate you, and when they exclude and insult you, and denounce your name as evil on account of the Son of Man. Rejoice and leap for joy on that day. Behold, your reward will be great in heaven, for their ancestors treated the prophets in the same way. But woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you who are filled now, for you will be hungry. Woe to you who laugh now, for you will grieve and weep. Woe to you when all speak well of you, for their ancestors treated the false prophets in this way." The Gospel of the Lord.
Our Gospel for this Sunday comes from the Gospel of St. Luke, the 6th chapter, where we have the Beatitudes of Christ, his teachings about how to be truly blessed. But unlike the Beatitudes in the Gospel of Matthew, Luke adds immediately after the list of states of blessedness also the woes, who are cursed. And so St. Luke today follows very well the description of the peoples already in the first reading, the prophet Jeremiah. The prophet talks about who is truly blessed, the one who hopes in God, and who is cursed, the one who puts his trust in human beings and earthly things. This description also follows what we have heard in the second reading. St. Paul talks about people who are headed towards hopelessness because they do not believe in the resurrection of Christ, the triumph of God. And there are those who are headed towards true hope because they profess their faith in the action of God, in the resurrection of Christ. Now here in the Gospel, we follow that same trend of reflection. Two types of people enjoying two types of situations. And at the outset, we realize that Jesus is not talking about our usual way of thinking about blessedness. In our day-to-day living, who are considered blessed, we usually connect blessedness to who possesses fame, who possesses riches, who possesses power, who can get what he or she wants, who can just enjoy life without working, who can have a perpetual vacation and still earn. No? These are some of the ideas about blessedness that we believe in, we entertain, and that we pursue. Now, let us look at how Jesus leads us to true blessedness. Just like the prophet Jeremiah, we can say, true blessedness is in God, in our relationship with God. It is in this living relationship with God that we find true joy. That's why Jesus in the Gospel for today says, "Blessed are the poor." Blessed are the poor. Why? Because poverty is glamorized? No. The poor are blessed, according to Jesus, because the reign of God is theirs. If you are poor, the kingdom of God is yours. Meaning, who are these poor? These are the poor who have nothing but God. And they are given the promise. You do not own anything, and in your faith, you own God as though God is your only wealth. Now the good news is this: God owns you too. God the King will own you. You will belong to God's kingdom. You who have nothing, and you own only God, God will own you. Blessed are those who hunger, those who have nothing to eat, those who do not feel or experience the fulfillment that comes whenever we enjoy the fruits of the earth, the very basic fruits of the earth for our nourishment, food. The promise is this: you hunger, and because food is not available, you hunger for the help of God, you hunger for the protection of God. The promise is this: you will be fulfilled. You will not be fulfilled by the earth. You will not be fulfilled by some governmental agency that promises food. You will be fulfilled by God. And let me add a little more. God will be your fulfillment. It is not only that God will send you fulfillment. God will be your fulfillment. You will be filled with God. The third, blessed are you who are weeping. Weeping. You have no joy. And the earth does not give you joy. And there are many people who wake up every day, and the only thing that is sure every day is that it will be a day of misery, a day of tears, especially interior tears. And these people, they cry to their neighbors, and their neighbors are blind. They turn to those who are responsible for the just, so supposedly just distribution of the goods of the earth, and they don't see your weeping. But if you weep to God, there is a promise. You shall laugh. You shall laugh. God will be your laughter. God will be your joy. And blessed are you when people hate you, when they malign you on account of the Son of God, when they are insulting you because of your hope in God, when people really ridicule you because you put your trust in God, then the promise is there. You will be rewarded. You may be deprived of all these good things on earth, but if you always turn to God, if God is your joy, if God is your wealth, if God is your fulfillment, then God will own you. God will make you smile and laugh. God will fill you, and God will be your reward. And Jesus, as though to assure those who have put their trust only in God and are experiencing in this world not the blessedness